On September 24, 1956, the Lopez-owned Chronicle Broadcasting Network or the CBN was organized. While on February 24, 1957, Lopez bought ABS from the Quirinos. ABS-CBN came into existence and was the first Philippine network to broadcast in color. In his studies, De Young reported that radio coverage in most barrios was insignificant. Out of 2,668 households sampled, ISI or 4.8 owned radios and only 65.6% of the sets were in working condition. According to De Young, the others were inoperable 3 to 6 months a year for lack of batteries. People aware of radio listened to it in the sari-sari stores and cafes of the poblacion, a population unit one step higher than the barrio. In 1958, the high taxes previously imposed on canned television shows were moved, which made us shows less expensive than live shows. In April of the same year, another TV network opened, and this was the Chronicle Broadcasting Network, which is the CBN, established as a radio medium in 1956 by businessmen Eugenio and Fernando Lopez. In the same year, CBN bought ABS from the Judge Quirino and merged the two companies under the name Bolinao Electronics Corporation, which was incidentally the former name of ABS. With the establishment of DZXL-TV, Channel 9 on April 1958, the Lopez brothers controlled both television channels nationwide. In 1959, as late as 1959, there were only 47 to 52 radio stations in the island, 17 to 20 of which were in Manila. In August 1959, a movement was initiated by the Philippine Broadcasting Ceniz and the Bureau of Public Schools to broadcast educational programs for teachers and pupils. This public service has been important in a nation where two-thirds of more than 3,112 million school children attend poorly equipped barrio schools. In 1960, local brands were made available, 10% of the television programs, making television accessible to more people. In the 60s, most shows were canned programs from the United States, which were cheaper than television stations, producing their own shows. Rosario Braid and Tuazon, 1999. According to Rosario Braid and Tuazon, this era saw Philippine media as real watchdog of the government. By the late 1960s, news and public affairs programs were pioneered by channels 2 and 5. The big news on ABC Channel 5 and The World Tonight on ABS-CBN Channel 2 were the first news programs on the Philippines. In 1961, TV sets became the most sellable appliances in the urban areas. GMA Network was founded by Robert LaRue Stewart in 1950 as Republic Broadcasting System (RBS), with flagship AM radio station DZBB. RBS ventured into television in 1961 and began broadcasting on Channel 7 in the Greater Manila area. Aside from ABS-CBN's pioneer satellite broadcast stations opened up one after the other in many parts of the country, beginning in 1961, when DYCB TV Channel 3, the pioneer provincial television channel, was opened in Cebu City, bringing 4 hours of locally produced programming with relays of Manila programs. PBS, or the Philippine Broadcasting System, operated TV station Channel 10. Initially, PBS TV aired educational programs produced by the Department of Education and the Australian government. The TV station folded up into 1962 and was reactivated only in 1970 as Channel 9, sharing the station with Canlaon Broadcasting System, or the KBS, a privately owned entity. After 6 months, the National Media Production Center, or the NMPC, took over Channel 9, which came to be known as the Maharlika Broadcasting System, or the MBS. On October 12, 1961, the company Loreto F. de Jimenez Inc. ventured into television and started operating TV Channel 7.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm the next reporter. In 1962, DZRH-TV was the flagship BHF TV station of Philippine Media Network Manila Broadcasting Company that aired from April 11, 1962 to September 23, 1972, and had relay station in 6 key cities in the Philippines. DZRH-TV went on air on April 11, 1962 on Channel 11. The last of the BHF assignment in Metro Manila, it was a general entertainment formatted channel until Metrocam forced the TV station along with DZRH AM 650 and other assist to cease operation at the wake of the declaration of martial law. The status of a pre-martial law program at chiefs of TV 11 is unknown. 1963. Different companies are granted approval and franchise to operate different media products. Republic Act Number 3830 of June 22, 1962. Santa Clara Number Co. is granted a franchise to operate all points radio stations and particularly point-to-point radio stations from Manila to Davao City, Naga or Sulitan, Cabasalan, Zamboanga del Sur, Isabela, Basilan City, and Port Lubbock, Cotabato, and such as places wherein it operates its business and between each of these points to another as well as from car to car. Sea to shore or shore to sea, as well as coastal, aeronautical, land-based and land mobile radio station for the reception and transmission of wireless message on radio telegraphy or radio telephony. Each station to be provided with radio transmitting apparatus and radio receiving apparatus, and to maintain land mobile service within the points specified herein, which shall continue the force during the time that the government has not established similar service at the place selected by the guarantee, to construct, maintain, and operate for commercial purpose and in the public interest, and aforementioned coastal, aeronautical, land-based and land mobile, and point-to-point radio station in the Philippines. Republic Act No. 3831 of June 11, 1963 granted to the Luzon Broadcasting Co. Inc. the right and privilege of constructing, installing, establishing, and operating in the Philippines at such places as a grantee may select, and the Secretary of Public Work and Communication may approve radio station for the reception and transmission of message on radio station in the domestic, public, fixed point, to the point, and public base, aeronautical and land mobile station, including coastal, marine service with the corresponding relay situation for the reception and transmission of wireless message on radiotelegraphy and or radiotelephony. Radio teletype, radio part2, facsimile, and such other types or emissions, or both with vessels at sea and aircraft in the air without or within the Philippines. Republic Act No. 3810 of June 12, 1963. The Rizal Comment Company, Inc., its successors or assigned, is hereby granted a temporary permit to establish, maintain, and operate private fixed, point-to-point, private coastal, private aeronautical and land-based and land mobile radiotelephone stations in the municipality of Binangonan, province of Rizal, and in other parts of the Philippines where it operates its business, subject to the approval of the Secretary of Public Works and Communication. For the transmission and reception of message are radiotelegraphy or radiotelephony. Its station to be provided with a telephone transmitting apparatus and radiotelephone receiving apparatus. Next. 1964. Radio DZLB or Moldova DZLB is a college radio station owned and operated by the University of the Philippines, Los Baños College of Development Communication. Its studio is located the DZLB Broadcast Studio, second floor, College of Development Communication Building, UP Los Baños, Laguna. It is used as an experimental station of the Laguna. It is used as an experiment station of development broadcasting, and telecommunication. Its programming includes music programs and concern and demand informative segments and talk shows and school on-air program. Republic Act No. 4161 of June 20, 1964. An act granting the Philippines Telegraph and Telephone Corporation a franchise to establish, install, maintain, and operate wire and or wireless telecommunication system, line, circuits, and station throughout the Philippines for public, domestic, and international communication. In 1965, Republic Act No. 4630 of June 19, 1965, granting transferred and conveyed to Globe Wireless Limited pursuant to Act numbered 4150 is further amended. 1966, Bombo Radio Holdings Inc. business as Bombo Radio Philippines is one of the largest radio network in the Philippines, spanning across 24 major areas in the country. It is composed of 20 Bombo Radio stations and 11 Star FM stations across the Philippines, operating through a conglomeration of 3 separate radio licenses: New Sound Broadcasting Network, People's Broadcasting Service, and Consolidated Broadcasting System. Its flagship station, Bombo, Moldova, Ilo City, based in Ilo, was founded in July 6, 1966. Channel 3 of the BZC, or Bolinao Electronic Corporation, staged the first television test in color transmissions in 1963 and began broadcasting in color in 1966. In 1966, Freddy Garcia, who would later become the president of ABS-CBN years later, decided to make Channel 9 suitable for high-end and sophisticated viewers, with shows like The Flying House complementing Channel 3, the station for the masses. As a result, Channel 3 sales tripled and became the second most watched channel in the late 1960s behind Channel 3.